Pisces, how are you? We better pull out a chair for Lewis. I'm going to make a quick adjustment to the camera and pull out a chair for Lewis, and we'll get started. Wow, Pisces, it feels like forever since I've been on here, and there's a really valid, good reason for it. I should have probably called this reading Judgment. Probably a lot is judgment of myself. I'm a Pisces. But feeling the wrath of judgment from others, plural, others. Pisces are the fish, two fish swimming in opposite directions. And I think what people forget about Pisceans are, Lewis is going to bark in about 5 seconds, is that Pisces are not a fixed sign. So if you try to mold a Pisces, if you try to mold a Pisces into what your manifestation is, or what you see as best for them, they won't be able to relax. They'll actually get really tense, and they'll become someone that isn't themselves. They'll become scripted. They'll become boxed in. I could almost cry just even reading the cards, because being a Pisces Sun and Venus in Western astrology, I see so clearly what is evident here. Feeling boxed in, trying to have faith in a process of something, but realizing that that faith may be needing to fall by the wayside. Excuse me 1 second. Last time, dog patrol here. Come on. So I kept putting off the readings and putting off the readings and putting off the readings and thinking to myself, do I even want to do readings anymore? I mean, starting this business was a way for me to become more self-sufficient, a way for me to really free myself from a dark period in my life where I didn't want to be any longer. And it did just that. My spirals of manifestation came true very quickly, or did they? How many hands were in that pie, right? I had an inner trust in myself that I could remove myself from a very dark situation that had lingered on with no explanation for a period of time. Come here. And I did just that. But then when I became free, people started listening. They were listening for truth. They were listening for lies. They were listening for judgment. And so I think as a Pisces, you have to have a lot of faith in the process that soon will pass. And so being a Pisces, I had that inner trust, and I kept on. You have 3 kings around you. I had filmed a video for you right before this, and the video had blocked out. 3 kings came out: an emperor, a king of cups, and a king of swords in reverse. Some of you got involved with someone. We have number 11 here. Someone who was diving for light, someone who needed to be almost coddled like a baby. Or this was you. Someone who needed affection and attention when they wanted it, and when you refused it, as Mercury retrograde came around recently, this person let you know who was in charge. We have she feels, she knows. So with she feels, she knows, it's knowing something is going on, but then questioning yourself again and again and again. Is it paranoia? Is it your mind playing tricks on you? Or have you just been fucked with, toyed with, emotionally manipulated so much over this last cycle that you don't know who you can trust? Some of you were around a person who had a lot of people around them, including a feminine energy. We have Scorpio here, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Leo, including a feminine energy that saw you as some kind of competition. There was a lot of confusion caused in this situation. A lot of confusion in your business, a lot of confusion in your personal life. So sorry. A lot of confusion in general. Sorry. Enough. I think my dog is a Leo. He likes a lot of attention from me, only when I'm paying attention to things other than him. It's a Leo Aquarian thing. Some of you have had someone come back around, could be a Leo, that has caused a lot of heartache and wreaked a lot of havoc in your life. Someone's looking into this situation for you. This situation has you guarded and really in your emotions and really shut down. You've released the past fully. All of the past. There is someone around you, Pisces, but you don't know why they're around you. They don't speak to you directly. It's almost like this person has a perfection of what your life should look like, and they're trying to bring that to you, but with all the confusion around you, you don't know who you can trust and who you can't trust, and that's not a good place to be. That's a very Nine of Swords place to be, and even though I don't have the Nine of Swords out as a card, I feel that energy, you know? Ruminating thoughts, things just being muffled, maybe hearing an echo on the phone, right, Pisces? Hearing your own voice echoed back to you. The High Priestess, your card. The High Priestess represents intuition. It also represents secrets. A lot of people think when you don't communicate with them, Eight of Wands, that you're doing other things. That you're either depressed, sad in your emotions, or that you're cheating, lying, things of that nature. The truth is you're just doing what you want to do. The Hierophant. He'll stop. I'm going to do a 9-card spread of past, present, future. In the past, we have you, Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. This is you using your intuitive abilities to create abundance. Someone came to communicate with you, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. She's very pregnant in that card. Maybe some of you are pregnant, some of you want to be pregnant. This was in the past though. 5 of Cups and the Empress. 5 of Cups is someone who isn't looking at the cups they're being offered, but is looking at the one cup that has spilled over. At least in this deck, that's what it means. In the present moment, you have the High Priestess, the Hierophant and the Fool, but I said the High Priestess, so that means something to some of you. The Hierophant is a spiritual teacher who is looking for a new beginning. I don't think this is you. I think this is someone around you. This person has someone around them. I want you to look really closely at this card. She's got a knife around his neck. This person has someone around them that is holding a knife to their neck. And you see this person as a Page of Wands. You see them as immature. You see them as not being able, hold on one second, sorry. Lewis, come on. Come on. Go. When you see someone as Page of Wands, it could be a child, but I see this as you seeing someone as, sorry, Lewis is, no, stay. I see this as you seeing someone as not being able to communicate clearly. There definitely needs to be a dog walker when I shoot these readings. Below that, we have the Queen of Wands. I think this is you coming into an energy of being yourself again. I'm letting him on the table because this is his house. You have a Knight of Swords. So this is what this tells me. Whenever you are in the Queen of Wands energy, creating, being yourself, someone else sees you as a thief, a liar, manipulative. This is not being able to be yourself around someone else. This is not being able to create when someone else is hovering over you, almost like a parental figure. This is not being able to create in a space of calmness and just really being who you are. A Pisces. Creativity. You define creativity. You define beauty. You define love. You define self-love. You define intuition. You define everything there is when it comes to creativity, creative ideas, abundance. But you're not this Queen of Pentacles right now. This is in the past. But this is what's coming. You're also not the Empress right now. This is in the recent past. What you're coming into is telling someone that I know you want a new beginning. I know you've got the Fool card. But all that new beginning means to me is a sword around my neck and not being able to be the childlike spirit that I am used to being. Don't like that. Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign that is younger than you. We are in Mercury retrograde, and we are going to have a new moon in Pisces. So what this means is people are going to be making their rounds, but you don't make rounds. You just don't. Okay, now's not the time. Yeah, now's not the time. You have the Hanged Man. And then this is kind of my stalker card, Knight of Wands. I've got to be honest with you. I think someone is looking to settle down. Someone is looking, they could have just settled down recently, possibly with a Virgo. Or someone may see you as spending too much time at home. Sorry about that, you guys. I might have to record this again, because this is definitely not going to work. Can you just, Lewis, can you pick your pleasure real quick, please? This is why I need a husband. Can you? I'm sorry. You guys, he skip the morning walk, and this is what he wants right now. Here. Okay. So some of you might be dealing with someone who's married. We have the Four of Wands, or someone who thinks you're in something when you're not. Someone also might be in their feelings and emotions over a Scorpio. Something may be ending with this person. This is in the future. Four of Pentacles, King of Wands. This is good. This is good. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. This is a couple right here. I feel like this is you, the Queen of Wands, going from the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. So you're ready to create, you're ready to manifest with a partner. You just want the partner to be mature enough to not come at you with a group of people, not come at you by sending people towards you, not come at you in immature ways, but come at you in a way that is mature and honest and forthright. Come as you are. I'm hearing that, like that song, Come As You Are. I think it was by like Metallica or something. I don't remember. It was years ago. So you've got a King of Wands that's holding on to you. You also have an Emperor that has went through a Ten of Swords that's ready to offer you reciprocity. It's sticking out of the side of the deck. I'm going to pull an advice card for Pisces and probably shoot this video over because obviously Lewis is not letting me do a reading right now. He's literally just not. Life renewed. I feel like you need to trust more, but there's been some shadiness going on, some unforthright behavior, some people not showing up in the manner that you need. Thank you, Lewis. Sorry. To move forward in a way of trust. I just feel like there's a lot of people that you feel are hovering that aren't coming to you in an authentic way. Thank you. Receiving. So your ability to receive has been hampered by this. You're not manifesting. This is a depressing reading. I'm sorry, I'm a Pisces and I hate this reading for all of you. But you're not receiving. You could be dealing with a life path number 2, a 7, 2 and a 7 is a 9. You could be any of these. Also, we have shock of the new. So someone's hearing this for the very first time. Someone's hearing how they've affected you. Someone's seeing physically how they've affected you. Someone's actually seeing. Free from judgment, free to love, and Pandora's gift. 5 and a 4 is a 9. Again, some of you could be a life path number 9. I know I am. This is someone who is full of ideas. But I feel that you feel, Pisces, that someone has taken those ideas and put them into play because they had more money to do so. Maybe this person wanted to bring things into form with you, but you were too closed off. But look at this. Look at this woman with all this stuff coming out of her mind. All these, you know, she's got butterflies, she's got birds, but she's also got snakes and lizards and frogs and tigers. And so it's like she's got a lot of beautiful things in her head, but also a lot of confusion in her head. So whoever has caused the confusion in your life, Pisces, they see it. They see it. But I feel like this person's ego is too big to actually admit it. And I think here is where the disconnect is. Come to life, card number 43. So painting the color back into your skin after the storm. Really wanting to put an end to a situation, knowing that an end always brings a new beginning with the same person or someone new. Against the grain, going against the grain, doing things your way because your way has worked in the past. And even though we're in a new cycle, one thing that doesn't work for a Pisces is not being able to live up to a person's expectations. and having a person hover over you and wanting you to do things a certain way without actually letting you know that, yes, they are hovering over you. See, here's the thing about a Pisces. This is why if you want to drive a Pisces crazy, right? I mean, you can't drive Pisces crazy now in 2020 because we're all like lit to this fact. You stalk them. You listen in on their phone conversations. You know, use an app or a device to, you know, see everything in the notes section on their phone. You read their text messages. You hover over them. You send people in like little minions to work with them instead of saying, hey, Pisces, I'd like to work with you, or I'd like to date you, or I would like this, this, and that. Instead, you kind of hate on the Pisces from a distance, thinking you're better than them, judging them, right? Saying, well, I'm looking at things from an above perspective, when really all you're doing is passing judgment. This morning, I was on the phone with my web host. I was changing my passwords for like the 25th time this year. And I did something that I haven't done in a long time, which was I started yelling, stop. I started yelling. I was like, you know what? This isn't being done quick enough. I'm getting pissed off. What do I pay you $200 a month for? I started getting bitchy. The reason I started getting bitchy is because I shouldn't have to go in and change my passwords 25 times in a year. I shouldn't be paranoid that I have to change my passwords. And I realized in that moment that I wasn't mad at the guy on the phone, the poor innocent senior tech at WP Engine. I was actually mad at myself for getting involved with a person that had people around him that infiltrated my space, and that I allowed this to actually happen. For getting involved with someone that judged me so harshly that I began judging myself and my own routine and the way I live my life. Like, I began actually changing who I am as a person for this person. I don't want that. I don't want to be kept in a gilded cage. You can't keep a fish in a cage. Bottom line, you cannot keep a fish in a cage. So I think for you, Pisces, and all of us Pisceans, do we want to be married? Yes. Do we want a family? Yes. Do we want to be judged and poked and tested and prodded and almost like a monkey in a cage, like dance, monkey dance? Do we want that bullshit? Absolutely not. And how do we see people that make us feel that way? We see them as a person that we don't want to be near. We see them as a person that we don't want to let through the front door. We see them as I don't think Pisces can see anyone as an enemy, ever. But we see them as a person who judges us as an enemy and makes judgment calls on us. And we see them as someone we must distance ourselves from. So some of you have a very hurt heart because you see that, look, I can't allow that person around me, because when that person comes around me, I feel like all of my clients showing up for me aren't real. I feel like they're being sent by this person, or I feel like this person is affecting my money, so I have to come to them for finances, or I feel like this person is judging me. So if you're dealing with that, I would say exit left. If you're dealing with just something that happened in the past, and maybe you're replaying that story in your head over and over and over again, maybe reach out for help. Pisces, I'm probably going to shoot this over. I hope this video helps you. Links in the description box below, and thank you for subscribing, and do subscribe to AndreaCoxTV. I promise I'll put Lewis away for the next video. Be well. Oh, Lewis, you could mess up a wet dream.